But at the same time, it might be...
there's a Haya Lapu.
Yeah. And the gold is gonna be eaten up by the YSS and the Granger. So you will lose out on some gold.
But you can't go Sicilian here either.
Yes, I do not want a Sicilian here. There's the Alice. I knew it was coming. But who's the mage? Selena. All right.
Okay. So what's left for Sanji is like the Farsa.
Farsa.
Yeah. We did say the Farsa, Selena are like the options left for both.
Maybe a Lilia. Farsa it is. All right. There you go. All right, so despite what our fears earlier, Brigid, I think we kind of predicted that draft pretty well.
Yeah.
So good job up here. There you go.
The options were out there.
The options were out there. That's good. So we're not so far out of the meta yet.
Not yet, especially in this game.
That's right.
We're not seeing any Barretts or anything, and we're back to the Yi Sun Shins, Hayabusas.
Nothing too crazy.
Nothing too crazy.
I like it.
I think the way the momentum's going, though, this is a very comfortable lineup that Liquid has secured for themselves. Aurora can play this just as aggressively, but after some time.
Yeah, let's see if Aurora can buy some time here in game number 3. Don't forget, it's already 2-0 for the Stampeding Cavalry. Throw it over to our casters to bring us the game.
Right now, this is about the most looking Season 16 draft we've seen on both sides. We're back to those YSS Hayabusa matchup. We've got marquee picks on both sides, but is this going to be enough for Aurora to finally get a point in the series? It's a best of 7 right now, facing 0-2 against Team Liquid Philippines.
Yeah, so when I first saw the 3 picks, blue side of Aurora, I liked it. You cannot go wrong with those first 3 picks, no matter what you slot in for blue 4 and blue 5. Then you see the Selena. I am partial to the thought that this is very flippy if you're playing around a Selena like this, especially when you see the Gatakacha and the Farsa on the other side, the fact that you're playing up against a Lapu Lapu. But then, it was paired up with an Alice. So, Aurora are now going to be playing a lot of dive, playing around that Granger and the YSS, but then you're up against a Hayabusa on the other side that now very coin flippy to see which team's actually going to take this.
What I'm looking for is Aurora's box control. Wolf has been speaking ad nauseum about boxes, and in game 1 and 2, that's been one of their major problems. Given we haven't really talked about it during the game, I'm pretty sure it was alluded to by our esteemed panel, Rockhart and Brigida, but that's what I'm looking for. They have a high loss that should help, and I think that's key to them recovering. Again, fixing that 2-0 problem.
The only box I feel like really that we talked about was when the Eve was picked up, and now a couple times, you know, it's either been picked up or it's been banned at this point. But, you know, when you look at Aurora and their chance to set up a box, it's kind of weird the way it's going to work, because anytime we see the Alice drafted in, we know that that's a big component to kind of zoning out the opposing team, and that's going to happen to Tlph. Oh, whoa. Oheb and Dominkai, by the way, going through this. Sanford will have to burn the Flicker, so he doesn't have that. But Carl Teasy joins too. Turtle's up though, so they're going to go and start this up.
Wow.
JP holding down the front. He gets Teamkai really low here.
Houston Shin, Mountain Shocker. They're going to try to pull a Hail Mary here. Sanji with the feathered airstrike, zoning out Aurora. JP very low, survives via the Revitalize. Gets got first blood on by Edward.
Oh, Edward, he goes down. Shadow Kill going to be used. Carl picks up 1.
It's all Liquid, man.
Wow, I feel bad for Demon Guy. That's like 3 games now where JP's just been man-marking him. JP fell, yes, and that was a great entry with the Gleam and the Throne of Ruin by Edward. But in the end, Liquid held on. JP got back in time to pop up the Revitalize and help Liquid stay strong up against the entry of the Alice.
Sanji. Like, from Sanji, forcing a flicker from you. Ooh.
There's a reason why he keeps picking this up.
Yeah.
I know. Okay, Dominkite has to burn the Flicker too. A whole lot of resources being used up on some of these small little fights happening across the map.
2 ults for a flicker. 2 minutes versus what, 30 to 40 seconds.
Alongside JP, Sanji's been on point this whole series as well. Looking at the items, slight, no clear obvious lead, maybe between the 2 junglers. Getting a little bit bigger now, but we still are in the earlier portions of the game. If JP and Sanji can link up again one more time to set things up for Carl TZ, Turtle 2 should be good for them. While Aurora, now I like their rotation. They're going for the Doming double, sending him to the mid lane. They have 3 bodies on him to help him out, get a little bit more farm. And now I like this acceptance by Aurora that they really have to start speeding up the farm for their Granger.
Yeah, I talk a lot too about Demon Kite and how impressive he's been throughout Season 16 in general, but I feel like he's going to have to be the one to step up too, and then a lot of these objectives in the early game and then even later on in the Lords.
Oh my god.
He has to get the retributions off. He has to be able to get the secure in, but again, that's easier said than done, especially when you're zoned out by Tlph, who has solidified that strategy of fighting around that box, fighting around that zone. And who are they going to go for? Sanford, who's confident enough to 1v2?
Answers back after receiving a face full of Mount Chakra to the face. No ult for Demon Kite, so Liquid have all the incentive in the world to just sandbag into this turtle. That's 2 for 2 now for the Cavalry.
Yep, there's a jump. They go in and they're able to lock down.
Force taking down Demon Kite. He thought he was safe for the orange, but it was just but a bait. Glorious pathway by Light to get on out of there, and Liquid have successfully invaded. Lights down! 40 gets him! The Apex Predator strikes again with a flicker! Bravest fighter, Carl freaking Teasy!
This is the stampede that we've seen time and time again from Team Liquid.
Liquid, no. Liquid, feel it. You've seen the intensity that they've shown every winning moment that they have, because I think they just know that they are way over in Rora's heads. Rora, they don't look like Rora.
They're not playing their game. Not even the same game they played 2 days ago. This is a different team. Liquid have put the fear of God into them.
Yeah, what happened? Like, how did they, like, again, is it just the gauntlet, the endurance test that Team Liquid Philippines has played from the play-ins from day 2, 3, 4, all the way to now?
Yeah, they have the hotter hand. It seems like it's a learning experience again. One of the branding that we have for Team Liquid for this playoffs is the revenge tour, winning against teams that they couldn't get a win over in series throughout Season 16. And this would, Demon Kite, not again.
Sanji coming in, feathered airstrike, AOG, Demon Kite will not survive as JP serves up a kill to Sanji. Call Teasy, want to take down, and he does! Roast Centaur, anybody? 2 free kills for Cavalry.
This is the Golden Stampede. They know, they've outwardly said they don't want to think about winning M7. They don't want to think about that just yet because there seems to be a curse. But it looks like they are hell-bent and holding on to that. Everything perfect. JP helping serve up that kill to Sanji. The prediction of Sanji to put down the feathered airstrike to the path of where Demon Kite was going out instead of trying to go for Demon Kite correctly. And the timing of Carl Teasy to conserve the shadow out at the very last second.
There's just something about it. Third turtle's up. Sanford's going to jump in. He's zoning them out. Carl gets the turtle.
3 for 3. Feathered airstrike has already wreaked havoc. And the shadow kill going into the back. Light falls. No front line for Aurora.
No one goes down except for Light. Could have been way worse for Aurora, but now that's 3 for 3 for the objectives for Carl Teasy.
The MVP of the season, the homecoming boy. Demon Kite,
taking a flicker out too. Demon Kite trying to get some space. Again, fighting between the turrets here.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying when you decide to pick up the Selena as the last pick. Yes, again, one of the counters to fast, aggressive rotations to get a read in. But then it's so dependent on landing that Abyssal Arrow that becomes a big coin flip of whether or not you can actually win fights. But the coin hasn't been landing in favor of Aurora. The Abyssal Arrows have not been impactful enough. Carl?
Oh my god.
Forced out the flick.
Magic damage.
The dash.
Physical damage.
Yep.
What do you do as Aurora, especially since your economy has already been under attack? One might argue that these traps and these arrows could be for zoning. But what is the follow-through? Like, by throwing out a trap, by leaving one in the random bush, does that open a farm for Demon Kite? Does that allow Demon Kite to do his thing? They force out a wings by wings from Sanji, a glorious pathway from Light, but they're really buying time, Carl. Shadow kill plus an AOG. In comes JP, forcing a revitalize from Light. Aurora's jungle is in shambles right now.
They jump in under the turret too. Carl teases around the orange. He's gonna go. Demon Kite could be in trouble.
Shadow kill! Already used. Down goes Demon Kite Light gonna be up next. Oheb on a killing spree. Liquid match point is within fingers reach.
It's all falling apart for Aurora, all the way from the beginning and all the way up to now.
Liquid are relentless, and Aurora are helpless. They can't find anything. There's always something Liquid's throwing at them.
Throw an arrow.
That looks so desperate, bro.
And JP just accepts it with a smile on his face.
Again, if you're Aurora here, you're sitting here thinking, how do we even get a win in our favor when everyone on the team can't even get close enough? They've always been just reacting to what Team Liquid Philippines has been thrown at them. That's the difficult part, and that's been the story from game 1 to now, game 3.
I have to take the moment to show my appreciation for Coach RC and Coach Tic Tac, what they have done to Liquid. I wonder if one day we could be privy to the preparation, that the strategies that they had heading into this, because this is just perfect. They are decimating Aurora.
Sanford's going to jump in. He wants to go for Edward. He will get the flicker out. An AOG used.
JP. This is all just to buy time. Carl was just working on the Lord. This is free for Liquid.
Everything has been free this game for Liquid. Again, just able to capitalize on this, make it all work, get to the point, and now they're just in the base here. Better airstrike.
Light right in the middle of all of it. Oheb pops him. Zamafor still standing. Dash and dash plus their Vitalize. Popping up that Harith. And now Edwards up next. Q1 is on a rampage.
Oh, they don't have any minions here. They could be trapped in. They have to get out. Oheb's going to force a fight.
Not Oheb. You can't tell him what to do. Dropping that Zamafor. He gets shut down. Takes too many a turn hit.
Messy and greedy there for Oheb, but Liquid, they are still in the lead. But they cannot afford a lot of that. They still have a Lord crashing in though. Edward's Throne of Ruin earlier, only for, wait, Abyssal Arrow lands?
Feather there, strike the answer by Sanji, allowing the Lord to get a few more free hits in. Aurora gonna stop Liquid from coming in.
Ooh, it's like you said, Renmar earlier, back in game 1 and even in game 2. If Tlph has the lead, they like to play a little risky towards the base to at least continue to put the limit on Aurora, and that's what they've been doing. So they get some of the Holy Shields down to work with. They still maintain a big, healthy lead, 7,000 up.
Yep.
And the items are all coming into place.
Yeah, almost 2,000 gold lead there for Carl TC's Hayabusa. 1,000. That's the saving grace right now for Aurora. The fact that Dominkite has been getting farm. He hasn't died yet. Already up to a Malefic Roar. He has his core 3 items. But the problem is every other member of Aurora is who's struggling. You barely has items in. And even though you don't need that much items, you just land that Abyssal Arrow. It would be great to have a little bit more follow-up, which Aurora does not have enough of at this point.
You know what else Aurora doesn't have enough of? Time. They need so much farm on Demon Kite. Sure, that is what? Just a couple of thousand, but Dominkite isn't even firing off on all cylinders. Like, what do you even do if you get a 3-second stun?
Yeah. There's this, I don't know what it is, man, but over the course of history, when we talk about the rivalries, Demon Kite and Carl TZ, it just seems like Demon Kite cannot face that demon, man. I think it's his own inner demon that he faces when it's Carl TZ across from him.
The demon's demon. That is who Carl TZ is to Demon Kite. An echo of the past for Light as well. They said it. They just can't seem to take down these members. They took them down, but now they meet them again. Look at JP.
Oh, he's going to charge up, forcing Demon Kite again. This is what JP has been doing all series long. You have to give it up to him on being able to go ahead and lead that charge. Oheb dropping down his Almond Force.
Oh my god, a third of Demon Kite's health.
Just with one shot, man.
Just
again,
one shot.
Gonna take his purple. He does get it.
Wow.
Demon Kite secures that, but is this what you want to do? Because again, the Lord is coming up here now. You don't have that much space to work with. Real quick, this is the Infinix GT30 Pro. You can experience victory for every Modlon gamer right now. We get a look at JP. As I was saying, this man has been doing work.
Yeah.
He's a dad here. He's daddy.
Oh, we really have to start floating the idea that that man is going to be the finals MVP by the end of today if Liquid can seal it. Free Lord. Again, Aurora still cannot find an answer. They cannot crack the Team Liquid code.
At this point,
I'm
don't know,
scrambling in my head. At this point, it's miracles again. It's an Abyssal Arrow layering somehow. Oheb getting punished. But then if OHEP goes down, you still have to think about the Hayabusa's entry with the shadow kill. You still have to think about the damage you're going to be receiving from feathered airstrikes. And at this point, the fact that there's already an Oracle, even just the belt, even though that's not a full build item just yet on the Queen's Wings for Sanford, that's okay. Because he can still fight longer engagements.
Oh my
and
God.
it goes back to what you said, Leo. Aurora do not have the time.
Wings by Sanji. He knows that this is a big ticket rotation. Popping that feathered airstrike. The stun on the Carl TZ. In they go, forcing a shadow out. Carl has one more shadow. He's very low. Edward taking a few hits. Glorious Pathway and a stun on the JP. Successful defense in the top lane. Bottom lane up next.
So far, a lot kind of thrown out there. They still got to deal with this Lord as it charges into the bottom base turret. There's an AOG.
Traceless out by Demon. Shadow kill by Carl taking out Edward. Feathered airstrike.
Oh, Light's in trouble as he falls too.